Alright, we're back. We've got some orcs to kill. So I didn't equip spears to be able to pop a shield wall down. But we just... sorry, a spear wall down. But we're just going to use the shield wall. And hope. Trust against hope. That even though they're going to run into us and stun us, we can either dodge it with the shields up. Or just kind of have to deal with it. Move the formation up a little bit here, lads. 25. It must be a better shot. Hold. 71. I forgot how great orc music is. Dun 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 dun. Hold the line. I think we make the gap there, because then it's only Vander who's in contact. These big old armored lads, I'll take like no damage from these swords. It's going to be almost entirely down to the dagger lads and the javelin lads. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yikes. Actually, what I probably should have done, and maybe I'll try it in future, is you hold with the front line, and then when it's this case, you then move forward into contact to give them less chance to be able to charge into you. But then you are giving them 2 attacks in the next turn. Here come the charges. I'm going to see what the log says there, because I want to understand how it works. I always thought like if it hits you it's a guaranteed stun, but I think you roll for resolve to tell whether you get stunned or not. Orc Young charges. Okay, it doesn't actually say. I am going to wait with Rolston and pick a better target. Or do I just shoot at these lads? 84% with a little bit of armor. I think we're going to move forward here with those lads. You guys can take care of this one. I want to see if there's an orc warrior who could potentially be on the front that I can throw a javelin at. And we can't move forward here. We can't go up to high disadvantage. Okay, scratch that. Hold the line, gentlemen. Be brave. Curses. Yeah, I swear. Lads who have nets, get the nets ready. There's a lot of orc warriors who need to be netted on the next turn. So it's clearly the southern flank that's going to be under the most pressure. Cleavers, I'm seeing all cleavers except for 1 axe. So that means then that I'm best off just shield walling, because they won't be able to break my shields. Oh god, I should have gone to axes, but I don't have throwing axes. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Big piece of shit. No, they don't like getting stabbed. With me stabber. I should have shield walled, but I reckon we might or should be able to act before them on the next turn. Also, the taunt from the tank should be useful. Make sure these lads don't raise their shields. But then again, do I want them raising their shields? Because it halves their damage output. It's always the thing. The damage output. Armor. The bullet does well against the armor. I almost said does good. Me speak good. Stop use word good. Oh, it just does nothing. I'm trying to kill these warriors as quick as possible. Great work. Actually, I must get Vander down and hit these orc warriors. This impale that he's got 89 to 130 damage to armor. This cold forged warpike is a beast. In fact, Sandvone is just single-handedly winning this battle for us just by poking these orcs with his little stabber. I will note that things are going okay. It's not a huge orc fight, but it's going okay considering we don't have any fearsome. And fearsome really is the trick against orcs. Once you start proccing morale checks, they tend to break really quickly. Oh, so close. Finally. I should have checked how much more I could have attacked first. That was dumb. Should have recovered. Oh yeah, speaking of Berserk, the one thing to consider with the Dagger Lad is that if you get a kill with your first stab, you can then recover. Which means that you can get at least one stab off on rounds where you're recovering. We'll have to see how it works out. I think I made the right choice. I made the right choice in leveling, is what I'm saying. Can this nerd be knocked down? He can, but I think I need to ever. I finally almost threw that one's armor. Incredibly. Oh, he's exhausted, thank goodness. Which reminds me, maces perform quite nicely against orcs as well. They're very easy to hit, and you can overwhelm them with exhaustion really quickly. Die, you bastard! It's actually incredible how often it heads. It really has vindicated my choice to go for steel brow on everybody. Like 25% happens so much more than your intuition would tell you it does. Right, save your range weaponry. Shit's expensive there. That's fine, I don't mind that. And seeing how this build is performing, I would remind everyone that eventually we are going to have at one point, what, 5 bullhooks on the field? If you don't count potentially the 2 that I could put on the sergeant and the bannerman, be 7 bullhooks. Play, gentlemen. MVP in that fight, Sandvone, definitely. Sandvone. Him and his little poker did unbelievable. Really? A tank rolls 1s? Dude. Oh, you are killing me, Smalls. 16 at 10 for defense. No wonder he's so rubbish. A nimble taunter as a tank. I've got to replace Janks, he's no good. That needs to be upwards of 60 in the defense. How are the prices here? 15, not good. Ooh, Alp trophy necklace. It's +5. Yes, please. Black paint. Don't really care about that. Come give me some cheap ammo. 115. There it is. Cheers, lads. You've earned it. Those are some great fights. And I just bought something now that I wanted to hand out. Yes, that's right. Alp trophy necklaces. I can get the resolve 48, 43, 44, 47. Some of the old lads at the back here also need these trophies. 43, 42. But I think it's more important that they have dogs on them. This should be like a 5,000 gold payday. 1800, 56, 5630, 5690. Cash. Witches. No thanks. Certainly not a 3 skull. At a certain point, we can start taking on like just a 1 skull witch fight just to see where we're at with it. Perhaps I'm being a little too cautious. I mean, I've got whips. And as long as I can whip disarm the people who get mind controlled, could probably be alright. Don't want to spend 1200 on some rigorous schooling for these level 5s. I think I do. 64 for throwing nets. We have plenty though. Fish is a decent price. Another bullhook for 1100. Yes, please. How are prices? Really good. Let's start liquidating. Back up to 8,000. Excellent. Another whip is tempting. A great sword, I think we'll just pick up off of a raider of some sort. Some sort of raider boss. What's the whip count up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need 9 at some point. I was just checking whether some of the lads in the backline were perhaps carrying whips. Torbjorn could do better with the bullhook, but I want some more levels on him. 71, 64, 67, 68. Heimerad. He'll do great things with that bullhook. Beast Hunt. Sure. Old Dock Hills. Which is where? Down here. Blowshire, Shallowford. Good. And while we're up here, we could clean out the raider encampment. Excellent. This is the cow tipping. We have a strong lad, so this should give us a positive outcome. You figure the strong and burly Olaf could give the cow a good tipping. Your awkward wording alone has the men laughing, but Olaf respectfully bows. I am honored, sir. He rolls up his sleeves and strolls across the field, striding over cow patties like a merchant stepping over the homeless. The cow looks over, raising a curious eyebrow. Olaf nods. That's right, I'm coming. More phrasing issues abound. Despite the laughter of the company, Olaf charges the cow. At first, he simply presses against its side, muscled and heaving with breath. The men laugh at his efforts, get him nowhere. But they quickly quiet down and the cow slides across the mud and grass with a mighty roar. Olaf surges forward and the cow goes flailing sideways with a confused moo. Detail stands there, slack-jawed. It was a joke. Didn't think it was actually possible. The company erupts in cheers for the strong man's incredible feat. Olaf, you might not be much of a tank or a fighter, but you are a primo cow tipper. As always, we're in the market for Saleh helmets and armor attachments that don't increase weight. It's a pity the scale is so expensive, because it's also one of the best. 240 for 28, 230 for 30. $4.6 for a greatsword. How about small doggos? I think we're okay for doggos. 80, 120, 140, 300 ammo, paint a shield, pole hammer. That goes by hammer mastery. I think maybe I missed a trick by making Sergeant Vander, the pole army, is a With his melee skill, he could actually have been a pole hammer user. But someone like Ferdinand could still be flexed to a pole hammer user. And someone like Torbjörn. Maybe Torbjörn and Ferdinand we flex to hammer mastery. Or mace mastery, we give them pole maces. And that could actually then make them perform better if they stand behind the Catal dagger using assassins. I think what I would do before I invest in that perk point is I just want to confirm whether or not am I thinking? I would confirm whether or not the pole mace. Where am I going? Old doc. If the pole mace can apply stun, not just stun, but also on the hill. What's it called again? The blunt weapon effects. There's stun and then there's daze. That's right, daze. So I'm fairly sure it applies daze, but I'm not sure about stun. I'm considering giving the archers a spear in their backpack just in case they get caught out. Nah, it's not necessary. Where's the other war scythe? Oh, there it is. Bullock will do nicely, I think. And then javelins, javelins, javelins. When is it time for us to go for the 9 up front? Because we're doing 8 and 8, which I'm not crazy about. Oh, that's right. Once Heimrad is level 7, then it'll switch back to 9 and 7. Okay, it's dusk, so I'm happy to fight this. It's not night time, so we're not going to suffer the ranged attack penalties. I was kind of hoping for some more dense forest. Can help quite a lot with these spiders. We're funneling them. Not encouraging so far, lads. There we go. Nice, Mazuma. I think I need to make some space here on the side of the formation. Nice. Finally, we hit it, and Otwin just crunches into its face. So Otwin at 6, 7, 8, 9. So at level 9, he'll switch over to a bow. I'm not convinced Arif actually needs to get his spear wall down. Put sand 1 down this flank. And same with her left. Just to kind of stand back and see where we need to reinforce. There's going to be some spiders coming from the other side as well. Great job so far, boyos. Yes. And on the subject of what we're going to spend our money on, I think I should snap up any of these tier 3 fighting spears whenever I can find them. I will, no joke, I will have 9 of them sitting in stock. And I will spend, what, 8 times 3,000, 21,000 gold to buy them. And not to forget that when you fight the Kraken, I find that the spears are incredibly useful. Because hitting those tentacles is so difficult. I think, yeah, you might want to go reinforce Big Hairy. Then Vander just steps up. Yeah, go north. Especially because Sandvone went south. Oh! No! Ugh. So in the last couple of beast fights, it has been Nachters and it has been spiders. I've really been wishing all those fights would have been direwolf fights. I mean, what I truly want to see is a direwolf pelt on every single one of the lads up front. And it's free extra armor, it doesn't weigh anything, and it causes a resolve differential. Cannot ask for a better early game armor attachment. Hold your fire. Great shot, Malik. What is that about? Come on. Get stabbed, piece of shit. I think I can take a turn to not have to put a spear wall down here. Give us a brick. 1, 2, 3. This one will get close enough, but I think that's fine. Let them come. That could be the way to go. Force the spider to be in contact with 3 of our enemies. 3 of our lads. And then likewise here. If Tull moves up here, then only that spot is really available. So if Tull goes there... And on the subject of weapons, I think warbows... I mean, picking up a warbow off a battlefield is so difficult because you have to find a master archer. And they are lethal to fight against. So the more I think about it, I think warbows may well be the next prioritized tier 3 purchase as and when we can find them. Shot Ralston. Yes, the lads! No, that would have been so nice if you could have pulled that off. Alright, lads, you're all very good at fighting spiders. Someone call an exterminator. Oh, running away, eh? Excellent. I'm actually not convinced we'll have enough heads to fulfill the contract. We needed to get 20 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they're coming back. Excellent. I need a few more heads. By looks of things, we probably only have about 15 at the moment. No, you piece of shit. Oh, you dodgy little... No, misclick. So it's round 7. Or the eggs can't still be churning up spiders. Like that one is, but this one isn't. This little fucker. Finally. We must have the 20 heads we need by now. There you go, nice one. Come on, just give us the message. They're all fleeing. We got them. I should check my result, Renown rather. The 2250 we need for the next person to join us is pretty close, and I almost feel like I want to start hunting down legendaries now. Return to Clive Fester at any time. I mean, I dare say I almost certainly can. Dagger. Where all my shields go? Oh, there they are. Okay. Actually, wait, the dagger lads should be using the shittier shields. Yeah, because they have shield expert. Level 9 greatsword user. Stobbie's builds, Raider lad. Okay, so +4 there, that's very nice. Fatigue and hit points is no good though. I feel like he needs Colossus. These hit points is just not good enough. So student, recover, rotation, Colossus or Brawny, got Brawny, Steel Brow, Battle Forged, Underdog, Berserk, Killing Frenzy, Weapon Spec, Reach Advantage. I do need Colossus. It's not enough hit points. I'm gonna take Colossus and have to sacrifice one of the other perks. I want to get his hit points up to like 100. Right, Otwin has fancy feet now. Much needed. Now this mission sure isn't paying as well as the last one, but taking the noble contracts now I think is well worth it. Let's get our relations up. I think some of these two houses we will ally with, and we'll go to war with the northern house once that crisis comes. There's a decent chance it's the next crisis, and over and above that there is really good money to be made by attacking a noble house. Any tier 3 weapons? Nope. This just reminds me, a couple episodes ago we were in the north and we got a tip about a legendary piece of armor being around here somewhere, but I just kind of forgot about it. I don't have a good brain. Goblins. Hammer mastery. What is this? Have a character in your roster with a 3 stars talent at 3 different attributes. Wow. Travel the land and seek the best of the best. Consider hiring the recruiter. So a 9-star lad, 2 hammer specialists, or a bunch of goblins. I think we have to take the 2 hammer lads, and then that tells me that the 2 lads we have marked as polearm are going to be pole hammer users. I'd much rather have the mace. Have a 9-star character. Okay, that's more doable. We have loads of money, and it doesn't have to be an actual good background. I mean, not that I can, get a good background anyway. We're very close. Okay, in that case, then it means recruiter is next up. Even if only until we get the 9-star lad. Nachters, I don't really care. Greenskins. For how much? 1470, which is pretty good. There's Saleh helmets, but I want to head back southeast again. Into this 3-city triangle here. I think that's the most profitable for us. Remember, amber, salt, copper. What do you want us to do? In the nightmares. This is more nightmare dudes, which we can do fairly easily. And if I think about these nightmare lads, one thing I want to test is whether nimble reduces the damage you take. I seem to recall reading somewhere, maybe on the wiki, that the amount of damage they do to you is dependent on your resolve. So we're just going to take a look at who has the highest resolve, and ideally nimble as well. We put them on the edges here. So 53 and nimble, 48. Tank replace, 47 nimble. Let's try that. Who's next to get leveled up? 2 dagger lads. Yeah, like that and like that. Right, this sets us up nicely now. Did I seriously click reorganize? Oh my word. Stobbie, you tit. Let's get him. Oh, this is new and unexpected complication. I now have naked lads in contact with dire wolves. Scary. It's just 2 of them, I hope. And the Polearm boys should do really, really well against these dire wolves. One down, 1 to go. Actually, in this formation, I'd probably improve it by alternating here. So like swap those two, so that we have a range over here as well. All of our range with the whips is stacked on that side. Sadly, no point to hit the direwolf. It has armor, and of course the whip does nothing against armor. Yes, Ralston. Torbjorn. 6 AP. I mean, if you had pathfinding, it means you could forward attack and go back. So here I'm just screwing myself by not having pathfinding, which I suppose I'm famous for in this stream. Ooh, can I use hook? I don't think I can. Yeah, it just fails. Which is kind of what I was expecting, I suppose. Janks, I know I've given you a lot of shit in this campaign so far, but dodging 2 direwolf attacks while you are naked, that is badass. Hold. Wake up. Oh, good. So at least they don't actually fully lose their turns when they get put to sleep and then woken up. damn, I wanted to try talking. Oh, these things are actually going to flee now. That's just one. Release the hounds! Get him! Get him, hound! No! Of course, you could release the hounds a lot earlier, but that'll just cause the formation of these things to shuffle every time they take damage, and then your guys are all spread out. It's an absolute disaster. That way, one of your boys is almost guaranteed to just get surrounded and gangbanged to death. Come on, doggos. Yes, hound. Go on! Interestingly, it did not teleport away when getting damaged. That tells me either that doesn't trigger off dogs, or there needs to be more than one of them for them to like shuffle. Okay, replacement dagger lad gets that. And where's me? There we go. Till the tank. There's a light armor tank. What? No, heavy armor. Heavy armor. Big hairy beast is in heavy armor. Olaf is also heavy armor. Detome, also heavy armor. Sand one. Great sword. And janks the tank. Alright, Raider lad. Student. Recover. Rotation. Colossus. Brawny. Oh no. Oh, screwed up Geralt. I remember that. Oh, effed that up. That was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Just out of interest's sake, what is his fatigue going to look like? It's borderline okay. And you receive 92 of any damage. Oh, well, I don't think it's worth using the Potion of Oblivion on him. I'm just going to have to replace him. Because I wasted a bloody perk point on him. Or we just keep him in lighter armor. Like, what would his numbers look like in lighter armor? 42 of damage taken. And then really, I'm wasting Battleforged. And this way he has a lot more fatigue and initiative. Steelbrow, Colossus. Well, if I put him in heavy armor, I'm wasting Nimble and Colossus. So if we go Sword Mastery, I've got 3 more perks on him, right? Let's say we give him the best. What's the best defensive option here for him? I mean, he doesn't have good offense anyway. And I've already taken Sword Mastery. Duelist, maybe? I could give him Dodge, Relentless, and and duelist. 25 more damage ignores armor. So it's only half of that would ignore armor. It would be 20 to, let's say it's 30 to 40 damage every swing. But then he's only got 23 melee defense. I mean, like 43 is so much fucking better, but then that's, I mean, yeah, he's fairly survivable like this. Honestly, these are like tank numbers, honestly. Ugh, I've totally screwed him up. Let's just make him a fencer for funsies. Because, I mean, we're going to replace him anyway, so. May as well make him a fencer. Why not? 110 armor, 105, 115. 10. Where is that Saleh? There it is. Okay, we're going to buy him a fencing sword. But then that doesn't give him the defense then from reach advantage. He's going to be so rubbish, this guy. Fearsome procking fencer. I mean, if he's going to be a fencer, he's going to need underdog. Uh, 15, 3 tiles distance. It could be a flank holding light armor greatsword user, but that's like so niche. That is so sad how I've effed this guy up. Okay, he's going to be a light armor greatsword user, so I think then reach advantage is mandatory. We'll take that. Underdog is going to be mandatory as well. I mean, if I put him in the center of the formation, then he'll be safest. You put him next to a tank, you can just use split until we can find a better greatsword user. Hopefully now when we find a 9-star brother and fulfill this ambition, he can be fit for being a 2-handed weapon user. I won't give him a greatsword if he has 3 stars in melee skill, I can tell you that much. I would still want something that can use split, so I'll use like a Bardiche or something. I don't know what to give this nerd. So let's just say we still go with heavy armor, and we just imagine that instead of taking nimble, I actually gave brawny. Like we saw that his fatigue wasn't too terrible, so let's still consider him a heavy greatsword user until we can replace him. So underdog, berserk, killing frenzy, reach advantage. And berserk gives him the most usage now with the extra attack. Rabe and Malik, I don't think I actually need right now to be in the front line, that is. Tourbillon, keep leveling. Coffee drinker, that's fine. Okay, so we have a level 5 and a level 8, a level 9 and a 5, an 8 and a 4, a 5, and okay, yeah, fine. So for the harder fights, we swap in the level 8, the level 9, the level 8. 8, 8, and 8. 5, 5, and 4. Right, good little episode. God, I knew I effed up one of my bros. Always do that every bloody campaign. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for your daily dose of Battle Brothers.